Hey, everybody. Welcome to part 4, the final chapter of our Clockers breakdown of True Detective Season 1. This is the ending, the legacy, and the question of whether television has ever truly matched this again. I'm going to give you a hint. No. So, let's close this bad boy out. Shall we? Time to clock in. Fast forward to episode 8, which we can talk about now, Form and Void, and they finally get to Carcosa. The amount of bodies and skeletons and clothes and shoes.
That was the most disturbing part, all the clothes.
Holy
that's like,
shit.
That's not
The
just a
baby
couple
shoes,
kids.
dude.
That's like
Dude, they were
hundreds of
not
kids.
kid shoes. They
Hundreds.
were baby shoes.
Yeah, it was.
Hundreds. Baby. It was so disturbing. So, episode 8, we immediately meet the freak creep, Errol.
Making flowers.
Making flowers. You see the spiral that's tattooed or branded on his back.
Same as Reggie.
Same as Reggie Ledoux. And you see that he is talking with somebody in this effed up shack that has, I don't know, thousands of flies around it. And he's talking
gibberish all over the walls.
all over it, probably written in blood.
And a great dog.
Great dog.
That just goes to show
How good
dog
dogs are.
will love anybody.
Yeah.
It really will.
Kind of makes me go like, dude, dogs, you guys gotta
Step it up.
step it up
I
a
mean,
notch.
Seriously, like, listen, we don't love cats, but you gotta respect them.
Dude, it made me
They'll like
sad.
you if you're cool.
The dog came back in,
Oh,
and then Reggie went like this to it, and it ran away because it knew he's gonna really hurt
And
me.
he was like,
And
sorry,
they're
old chap.
sorry, old
yeah.
chap, I didn't mean to do that.
Dude, the switching to the British accent was so
You
creepy.
can tell he's schizophrenic.
So creepy.
The dude's
Sorry, old chap.
The most
Unbelievably
disgusting,
weird.
vile people. And they're like, dude, just watching those two slugs just flopping on each other.
it is truly,
They are
foul.
slugs.
They are slug people.
Slime slugs.
truly foul. So, the opening scene of episode 8, the finale, you see this fucking fat cow. Like, it looks like, come back at noon and get you some water. You might keep for another day. And you're like, who is he talking? Whatever.
Yeah, who is he talking to?
Whoever he's talking to, I know this is going to be creepy.
Yeah, I know.
This
they're
dude is
dead
an
as fuck.
absolute freak. So this guy's definitely dead or like on the edge of death. Like just
if you're a good boy, I'll
hanging
bring
by
you
a
some
thread.
water.
And so you're like, okay. Then you go inside, you see that they're massive hoarders. It's an absolute shit show, disgusting house in the middle of nowhere. And then you get to meet some woman is in there. We don't know exactly who she is yet. She can't really talk very good, and but she really wants to make flowers. And it's so freaky. And you're like, all right, someone's got to die here. And I hope that it is these two expeditiously because they are the worst humans I've seen in quite some time and ugly.
So ugly.
Like painfully, it's hurting to look at them.
Yeah.
And then you get fast forward from that, we get, and it might be a little overlap between 7 and 8 here, but we have Detective Geraci is now Sheriff Geraci in another parish in Louisiana somewhere. Marty pays him a visit, friendly visit, because they know, all right, well, he's the one that originally took the, took the first call on the Fontenot case. And so he knows something. Marty does golf with him. He doesn't want to do, more than just like, friendly stuff because Marty's a nice guy and, wants to be chummy. Well, he figures out pretty quickly, all right, this motherfucker's lying. So, you know what? All those jumper cables I told you not to get them ready. And so Rust and him come up with another plan and they say, all right, great. Why don't you go and call him out to this boat and set him up there? I'll get him to talk. And so he does. He gets him out to the boat. Turns out we don't know whose boat this is.
Yeah, they
It's-
said that.
it's-
It's not ours.
It's somebody's boat that they're
It's
out
just
on.
hilarious.
And they get this guy. Well, I mean, great little reveal how Russ comes out from the cabin of the boat, and they bust it down, and they get him to watch the same video, and he does the same freak out.
His scream is.
Oh, bro.
I mean, I know it's bad, but
It's-
his scream is funny, and it echoes through the whole bayou.
It echoes through the whole bayou. It is comedy at its best. And it's talk about dark comedy.
Everything about that guy is funny.
Oh my God.
Just psycho quip, curb me, boy.
That psycho babba bullshit don't cur me, boy. So he's trying to act tough and all this because now he's the sheriff and he feels like he has this power, and he's never liked Cole. But you know what? He's an unlikable prick too. So he's living the high life as a sheriff. He has this, I don't even know, Maserati that he got off of.
Another big swamp monster too. What's with all these giants? dude?
I'm telling you, dude, that is tiger country. So they are like, damn. All right, well, we got this guy to tell us that, yeah, he did take it. Take the case. Yeah, he submitted his paperwork, but it immediately got pushed down by the boss and changed, and he just didn't think anything of it because the boss was like, hey, it's fine. And
It's a chain of command.
It's a chain of command,
Right?
right? And so
Wrong.
bitch. So
They had a great plan to incriminate him. They get his fingerprints on the tape.
Yep.
They have him blackmailed. And then I love just the bar owner who's just, his son was abducted, and he doesn't say a single word the whole show.
time.
He never speaks, but when they need him, he's there.
said, well, I loved this scene so much. So he's like, Cole's like, well, listen, here's what's going to happen. We are going to do this. We're going to mail this stuff back. We got your badge and your gun and all that stuff. We're going to send it back to you in the mail when we know that we're safe. If we end up missing at any point, as you little freaky ass folks seem to do, we will definitely be mailing this out to every single major news outlet and FBI and all this other stuff. That's exactly what's going to happen. We already have it all with attorneys. And you think you got any other bright ideas? I have a sniper buddy who has a close eye on you, and he will take you out. And he goes, that's when he gives him the line, oh, you're a little psycho babble bullshit, don't curve me, boy. And he still tries to act tough. And then Cole's like,
He does this.
he goes, and sniper starts lighting up the Maserati and goes, oh my fucking God, that's my car. And he's freaking out. And he goes, as soon as the shooting stops and the car's got a bunch of holes in it, he's like, the guy's like, what the fuck? I'm going to kill you. And he's like, uh-huh. Do I strike you as a man of words or a man of action? And he doesn't say anything other than oh, I'm going to kill you, you fucking assholes. He goes, uh-huh. Laheim, fat ass. Gets in the car and rolls out. It's my favorite line of this whole fucking thing.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
None.
It's just a great way to call him a fat ass. Finally, somebody acknowledges how many beefcakes are in this show. Jesus Christ.
So many beefcakes.
So leave it to skinny ass Cole. So then from there, they go where? Do they go back to? Well, no, I think from there they go to hunt down Errol.
Well, they get the address. The whole thing with the house
Yeah.
links them to the owner of the house.
That's right. That's right.
They get the tax forms, and they link the tax return to, he writes off the painting that they got done, and they find the Childress and Son,
Right.
and they find Billy Childress's address. So they go to question Billy, but when they get there, Russ is like, this is it. This is
it.
the place.
Yeah.
This is the fucking.
Yeah, no, Marty's at the door and he's asking, can I use a phone? They said, we don't have a phone. And then Marty I think he walks around towards the shed area and opens it up, I think, and sees the guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Something tips him off to where he yells at Marty, clear the house.
It's because the dog runs out.
That's it. The dog
And
runs
then
out.
He hears
Yeah.
like the dog's been stabbed, and he goes, Marty, clear the house. Prior to that, though, they get Woody Harrelson's character meets with one of the detectives that's been interviewing them, and it's the younger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's like, if you get a call, if I got to call somebody, you going to take it? He goes, oh, what are you fucking talking? You sound a lot like Cole doing all this stupid posturing shit.
Mhm.
Shut
He
the
goes,
fuck up.
listen, asshole, do you want the call or not?
Yeah.
He goes, give me the call. That's what I fucking thought. So they know, like, all right, shit's most likely gonna go down. We found the guy. We just got to see how bad it is. And of course they get there. There's no goddamn phone and no service in this shithole. So the dog runs out, dog dies. We get Marty busting into the house to make flowers with our fat cow of turns out she's a half sister. Disgusting. And then we get Cole chasing down Errol, and he's getting led through Carcosa.
What? When did we find out his name was Errol?
It was
I never knew that.
when they found Billy Childress, Ted Childress, Billy Childress. They give you this whole Childress background very briefly, and said they had his son named Errol.
Okay.
And they don't know, there's not really like much on him at all, but they piece together as the man with the scars on the face. And he's of the age of Ledoux and all those other guys. So it leads to Marty clearing the house. He cuffs eventually this fucking weird lady, and she's like, he's the worst thing that you've ever seen. He gonna kill you. He gonna come for you.
Everybody's got a fucking phone. I love it. He says that.
Everybody's got a fucking phone. I just love it when Marty gets mad because his chin juts out like nothing I've ever seen. He turns into Mr. Incredible immediately. But I will say Marty can fight, so I'm not worried about him. Then you get him chasing after Cole. She's like, fuck, I got Russ. And so he's chasing him down and finally gets close. But Russ is like, he's going into this maze. And this is where you found the fort.
Fort
You're
Macomb.
like, 100% this is a goddamn fort. I know it. I know a fort when I see one.
Yeah.
This is a fort.
It's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. It's a fort. But truly, of all the creepy things that you could have in a season of television, it was the more that I watched that scene, the more it hit me. This motherfucker's been at work a long time. This is not some serial killer. This is like the devil.
Yeah.
Like this dude, it's not like the serial killers that get these goddamn Netflix documentaries and shit. We're talking, those are like 6 to 10 people that they've killed, which is still disgusting in its own right, usually in some foul, creepy manner. There were piles of bones and bodies and clothes and rags and shoes of all shapes and sizes. He was dangling things like decorations all around this
And it
place.
wasn't just him.
No. I mean, it was all of these people that are involved in this, but it's like this guy's fucking house. Like a monument to all this stuff. I mean, just the level of absolute insanity that needs to go into that is just, it's truly unfathomable. So you go, and the whole time I'm thinking, motherfucking Cole, Jesus Christ. But if there's anybody I want so far in this show that's chasing after this, it's this man. So he goes in, finally gets to the center of the fort, and looks up, and there's some goddamn supernatural
What was
shit.
that?
So he says in the first couple of episodes, he has synesthesia. Do you know what that is?
No. But I remember him saying it.
It is so it's a big part of this series that I've read. It's David Baldacci has a book series about the memory man, and great series, another cop thriller. But you have the ability to see colors that don't really like exist. You can see You can like taste colors. You just
That's why it's like it tastes like aluminum and ash.
That's it. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I tasted.
But he also has visions too that aren't
Yes.
the synesthesia. He just has.
He has these visions from all the goddamn drug
That's
use
what.
he was
Well,
doing.
it's either that or it's because he says sometimes I felt like I was losing my mind. Sometimes I feel like I was mainlining the secret truth of the universe.
Yeah.
So like, are the visions? Are they just from drugs, or are they kind of also like some seeing through the veil?
So he can taste sight.
He
That's what
his
synesthesia. You're mixing.
Yeah,
senses.
You can hear colors. You can.
Yes,
You,
you're
a
mixing
color will
senses.
give you a
Pharrell's
musical
got it.
note.
Yeah, Pharrell's got a little bit of that.
You can hear a pizza.
Yeah.
And I bet it is.
I can hear I can
amazing.
hear the cheese says.
I think when he looks up, he sees these dark clouds circling, and he thinks, "This is it." So while he's distracted looking up at that, the swamp monster comes out from frickin' behind him, old spaghetti ears, and he turns at like the last second, and unfortunately gets fucking knifed right in the gut. Hard. And he goes, and like you would think, a knife to the gut is like, ow.
Yeah.
But this big old bitch not only lifts him up and I felt so angry for him in this moment and leading up to it, because this freaking swamp freak is like, follow me inside, little man.
Yeah.
Come play with me.
Yeah, like there's
He
a
calls him
little hole.
priest too.
There's a little
Taunting,
hole
yes.
you can scream into, and then it goes to all the other holes
Yeah.
that are in there. Come follow me.
Yes. So creepy.
Yeah.
So he goes and he does this, and then he's taunting him, calling him like a little man and shit, and then knifes him right when he's distracted, I guess, and turns around, and then lifts him off the ground,
And he's like,
and you can see the knife digging in, ripping up the torso, and he's just like in his face, just fucking creep, and you're like, oh my god, don't you dare kill Matthew.
yeah.
And then you see he is in classic Russ fashion.
Yeah.
Homie ain't going out like that.
Yeah. No,
So,
it's not.
He does
3
4
or
or
4
5 headbutts, like a legit,
It was
like,
bad.
ow. And it must have been like hitting a fucking metal truck. Like, but eventually the big ogre stumbles and lets him go. And
Also having to put your own face up next to the ogre's face.
oh my god.
Dude, and then when Marty comes in, he shoots the ogre and he doesn't even flinch. He gets shot 3 times in the chest and he's like, like beats Marty's ass.
Dude, he fires
he tomahawk.
a tomahawk from like across the room. You're like, how the fuck did this guy know how to do this?
This guy's unbelievable. We need a SWAT team in here, dude.
Why is this guy not in the
Yeah, like this guy doesn't work out.
No.
I mean,
just
he's
makes
only
flowers.
taking advantage of kids.
He's taking advantage
Like
of,
he's weak.
yes, which is why you're thinking like this
He's a
guy,
painter.
There's no
Dude, I
way
love
this guy can
when they
fight.
first find him too, and Russ is like, "Put your hands on your head," and he goes, "No,"
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he just runs.
Kills me, dude. I was like, damn it, he's so right. I would have done the same thing
No.
if I was him. No.
And I can't
He
believe
says it like a toddler too.
he
No.
ran to the emergency air hole to go follow me. Like he ran to it because I'm sure back in the Fort days they had that little hole so they could like yell like to the principal's office. Please come, Marty, Hart, Marty. And this guy's using it probably as a toy, but
Dude, I'm sure he is.
hello.
So he goes and he fires a tomahawk at Marty, and Marty's like, ah!
Yeah,
Gets
Marty.
him-
I'm like,
Gets
God
him
damn
like
it.
in the fucking sternum, and then he runs over to him, and Marty's like on the ground. He's like, oh fuck, and Marty's like going to reach for his gun that he dropped. Big Cheese kicks it out of the way, and like a super unathletic kick, if we're being honest. Like, and I'm like, God, don't
Yeah.
you fucking dare kill! Don't kill Marty too. Jesus Christ, the guy can barely help himself.
It's like a fart kick, like when you go.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, okay, this guy. And then we're like, I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, don't you? He kicks the freaking tomahawk too. He kicks it further down into him. And I was
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
touch Marty.
I don't know how that didn't go
I thought he
further.
kicked his head. They knocked him out.
And then he's like, gets on top of Marty.
I think you're right.
He gets on top of Marty and he tries to like pull it. He's getting ready to try and pull it out so that he can come down with like the big hammer. And Marty's like holding on for dear life, but he's like, I have a fucking tomahawk in my chest. That shit is so painful. I'm not quite as strong as I used to be right now. And then he eventually gets the tomahawk out as he's rearing up. Got his fucking head blown off just like Ledoux did. Thank God. I'm like, and then turns out it's Rust, and Rust is collapsed. Gun falls down. Marty is like, I'm Rust. And he starts like crawling over to him. And I'm thinking, motherfucker, this guy just killed like my 2 new best friends. I would kill him a fucking again if I could. This guy. I am on edge. And I'm like, these guys better fucking live out of this. If they don't live, I'm going to be pissed. But you go to I don't even know if does it take you straight to the hospital, or do you see these guys, the rest of the force come in?
The
and
force comes in.
Out. Yeah.
They show Flowers girl tied up. And then they cut to the hospital, and we start with Marty. The 2 detectives come to visit him.
Oh, yeah.
You're not sure if Russ is alive yet. And they reveal he's alive, but he's out. And then we get the saddest scene in the whole show when the kids come to visit and Maggie comes to visit.
Oh, yeah.
And the music they play. And then you see Marty realize he had everything that he needed right there. And he fucked it all up. And now that he's vulnerable and almost died, they're there for him, but they're not. They're going to leave.
Yeah, they're still kind of looking at him like, we're only here because we have to.
Because you almost died. And then I didn't catch this the first time, but when she grabs his hand, she's got a ring on.
Yeah, I noticed it right away.
Yeah.
And he looked at it, and you could see he was like he wasn't even mad at her. It was like he like understood. He's like, I get it.
Yep. Dude, that part, so sad.
That might have been what made him cry.
Just the ring.
And then fucking Marty's room, and then they're kind of like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. What are you doing here, piece of shit? And then he waits around for him, and they leave. He wheels him out. He's like, I can wheel myself. He's like, you're going to rip your stitches. So then he like wheels it for him over to the side so he can rip a cig, because that was the present he got him, was cigs wrapped in a
baby.
nice thing. He's like, you remembered.
You remember my camels.
The monologue about his daughter is also really interesting. And and I thought of something really that makes it even more messed up. Like maybe the reason he was crying so hard was because when he was under, he thought he was dead, and he figured when you die, there's no meaning.
Yeah.
And then he felt his daughter's presence, and then he said he let go. But then he woke up. So then now he's got to think,
I'm in the circle.
Well, but what I'm thinking is now what if he's like, well, I don't know if that was real or was that just a dream? Maybe it is. Maybe there is no meaning, which is even scarier. Because if you're dying, but then you feel your daughter's presence, you're like, oh, well, I'll just go be with my family.
Yeah, he said, and I did. I let myself go, and then I woke up.
And now he's like, what if it's just all in my head? And
But
really
I remember
terrifying.
him describing it. He was like, it was dark, and then there was this other layer. If you go past that abyss, and it was so warm, and they were all there. And then he's just like,
yeah, that was awesome.
It was pretty fucking deep, and I liked the ending. I don't usually like finales that much. There's always there's always loose ends. There's always or it's too happy of an ending, and I think they did a really good job tying everything together. They allow Rust to kind of evolve a little bit, especially in that last mile. Like exactly what you just said. I think they let him just figure out like, oh shit, maybe there is something more here. And they also like I think the last thing that he says is like, I used to think it's just all darkness, but if I look up at the stars right now, it looks like the light is winning.
Yeah, once there was only darkness.
Yep.
If you ask me, it looks like the lights went in.
Exactly. And so is
Marty liked that.
is the Yellow King reveal underwhelming, or was it perfect?
Is Errol the Yellow King?
I'm pretty sure that
I think
is our Yellow
people
King.
were calling him the
But he's
Yellow
not.
King.
That's
I think the
religion.
Yellow King is a idea, or they believe it's like an entity that they're worshiping, like
That's
a
probably
cosmic,
accurate, yeah.
demonic
Yeah.
entity that they're sacrificing.
Yeah, I don't think it
against.
was a person.
But people reference him as the Yellow King.
Yeah, because he's the closest thing to it. He's
Yeah.
the Childress.
I think it's
he's the
an
cult leader.
idea, or if you believe the supernatural element, it's an entity or a cosmic being.
And he couldn't have been the king because, like he said, I'm close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
he's trying to achieve something.
he is. All right, let's get into awards. What age the best? You can do performances, you can do atmosphere, Louisiana names, accents. I think, Brian Kelly probably watched this before his first presser. Do you remember that?
Oh my God. I would say what age the best is, I kind of mentioned it earlier, is the whole production of this film being real. There's no additives, there's no spice, there's no political background, subtleties, nuance. It's literally, here's the story, this is what happens, and
Yep.
this is how it is in this part of the world. And let's try to make whatever serial killer novel we're making fit this part of the world. So it's going to have some religiousness, it's going to have some white trash, that's what aged well, because today it's so rare that you get something that's not just washed down with some political bullshit.
Well, yeah, exactly. Everybody feels a need to do it.
Yeah.
The topic itself too, with all this Epstein file shit going on. I mean, this is a real thing that happens.
Yes.
And like Catholic Church covering things up, churches covering up child molestation. It's real. So
it's a real thing, and it's always, it's conjecture, conspiracy until it's not. And so,
yeah, are you crazy? And then something comes out and they're like, God, isn't that terrible? It's like, oh my God.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
I only told you already. What age the worst? I'm going to tell you, I think it was the subsequent seasons of this.
Oh, there's
I
no
think-
better answer.
I think there is no season that's even come close to this. I don't mind the idea of making it a detective-based show and getting new characters each season and a new story and a new plot line, and going in different places and stuff. I think that's fine. I think the way that it's been done, it has not hit the mark. There is nothing that's lived up to this. Poking holes. I don't know. I think the only hole that I have to poke in this, otherwise it's perfect, was something we mentioned earlier.
With Ginger and finding
How the hell do they
find
find bingo? That's it. That's my only hole. Any hot takes? Is Marty the real hero?
Okay, here's a hot take. And I've never thought of this until we dove through this and I rewatched it and I'm thinking about, Colin said it earlier, I think Marty might have did a better acting job.
Say what?
I know it's crazy, but he doesn't have a Super Bowl film until this. What,
He's
White
got a
Man
lot of-
Can't Jump? Oh my God. Zombieland. Like, dude, I don't give a shit. This is his best performance because
That is
Marty,
true.
this is why. Rust has to do one thing the whole time. Man's a man. Which is hard to do. He did it amazing. But Marty has to be this guy. He has to be hey, what's up, brother? And then he has to be serious. He has to do, and then like the crazy boyfriend back to like being a good, hey girls. He's like, he has so much more range in this, and he has to play it perfectly to fit Rust so that this works.
He also does have more of a transformation than Rust has.
Yeah.
Rust is basically Rust the entire time.
He's the same guy.
Mhm.
He doesn't change.
Haven't thought about that. That's a good point.
I like McConaughey's more. I couldn't live without Rust in this. I could live without Harrelson. But the show as a whole, I think
It works because of him.
it works because of Woody.
How about that? You get any hot takes?
I don't know. It's They might just be tied. I don't know. I kind of agree with it though. His acting was so good, and it just gets overshadowed by how cool of a character Rust is. But if we're just talking about acting, yeah, Harrelson's acting was top notch. And I agree with you. Probably best thing he's ever done. Definitely the best thing McConaughey has ever done by far, if you ask me. I mean,
Dude,
I love
it's
other
like-
stuff, but this is it.
It's like looking at a gorgeous car. It's absolutely gorgeous. You've never seen anything like, oh my God, is that a Hammy? But it can't go anywhere without gas. And I think what makes it is Woody's the gas in this.
There you go. I like that.
He drives this motherfucker.
How about DK? I know this one. I know your answer already on this. Overacting award.
Overacting.
I know
award.
mine.
Police chiefs.
Is it
Mine's Ginger.
both of them? Both of them,
The
dude.
detectives are god awful.
The
I
other
hated them.
detectives.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
they're
hated
pretty
them.
bad.
I hated them. I hated Ginger. Wish we met Miles, but I'm sure he was bad too.
Oh,
so they
I'm
just,
sure he
they just cut
was.
his scenes.
I'm sure he was horrible. What about funniest moment?
The slap, maybe.
Say it again, mommy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's funny. It's funny to talk about it. Is it funny when you first watch it?
no,
When you
it's-
first watch it, you're just like,
Shit.
Yeah.
text me, fuck you.
Funny is probably something Woody said about his big dick.
That's
Yeah.
probably yeah. Best action scene.
Yeah, that's my. I mean, that's my favorite.
The Ledoux scene.
Mhm.
Ledoux's or a quick one would be bashing the guys at the mechanics.
That is pretty sweet.
Said Russ, there's something about Russ. He knew if you were lying in 10 seconds. And it was like, and then it goes back to him doing that.
It
Because it
does.
goes back to the investigation room, then back to him getting out of the car. And he's like,
Who's your weak link? Mine's the fat lady.
What?
She's
Flowers?
flowers.
Oh,
She's
okay.
fucking disgusting. I just don't like
Just
her.
too much.
It's too like I
Um,
already had enough. Like, damn, this place is creepy. You didn't have to add fat. Like
my
that.
weak links of detectives, I think they're god awful.
What about most rewatchable scene?
I can't just keep saying Ledoux getting shot in the head. That's what I like every year. I'll just Google that.
Colin, yours is probably D'Addario's.
That's very rewatchable.
Or
For
Beth.
me, it's probably the first scene at the tree.
Yeah, that is pretty. I just love getting to meet them.
Yeah.
For the first time
getting to
again.
meet them.
Lawnmower scene's good too.
Lawnmower scene's great.
No problem.
No problem. Can I talk?
Dude, his breathing.
I'll
Woody
walk you
Harrelson's
out.
breathing. No problem.
I'll walk you out. I can mow my own lawn.
He does the same thing in the locker room scene. He breathes so
Yeah.
heavy.
Oh, he breathes heavy, dude. He's a heavy breather. How about best episode?
Before.
4, baby.
I'll either go 4 or 7.
Wait, is 4 the one where they shoot Ledoux?
4 is the project scene.
4 it ends with
Okay.
him at Ledoux's.
Yeah.
My favorite
Five-
scene
five they
is
shoot
the
Ledoux.
Ledoux. I don't know if it's my favorite episode. I think my favorite episode is when they reunite in current time.
That's 6.
6.
5
When
is
he
when
shows
he
them
shoots
the-
Ledoux and bangs Maggie at the end. Shoots
Actually,
Ledoux at the
I'm sorry.
beginning,
They
bangs her at the end.
reunite. They reunite in 7.
Yeah, so 7.
Seven
When he
was mine.
shows him when he goes in the storage unit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
That's 7.
Because we're back, baby.
Do you have a best line?
Wait,
There's
I
so
said
many
it earlier.
lines.
Mine is Laheim, fat ass.
I know that's your.
I like the this place is like a memory of a town.
Oh, yeah.
It's fading. And I also like, well, Marty, being this how long it took me to reconcile my nature, I can't figure out to forego it on your account.
that
Dude.
one.
So
What's
many
the one
things
I
that
told
he
you in the
says.
car that I loved?
When? In what car?
When I called you the other day when I was driving. Something Russ said.
I don't know.
I
I'll
know what
suck
it
his
is.
spirit.
I know what it is. Marty's like, am I bad, man?
Oh, yeah.
And Russ is like, yeah, well, this world needs bad men to meet the other bad men at the door.
That's right. Boom.
Doesn't
Yeah, that's a
say
great
yes
line.
or no. He just says that.
Fucking.
And when I got chills, they're driving, and I saw that, I'm
Mhm.
like, God.
Because he says it's so matter of fact. Do you, if you could have one thing from the movie set, or from the, I'm sorry, television set that you can put on your mantle, what are you doing?
Mm,
I might take the pack of Camels and
Mhm.
have that up there and just be like, yeah, these were Russ Coles. or his little pocket knife that he has on him at all times. That's a Smith & Wesson pocket knife, I believe.
Maybe the biker jacket.
Oh, we can go to rating.
It's too easy though.
I mean, dude, in my opinion, this is the greatest. It's a 10 out of 10.
Is it as good as? Yeah, it's a 10.
It's a 10. When we set out to do this podcast, it was for shows like this. So
I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, I would possibly say 9.8, but
Hey, I didn't say any of that. Stop putting words on. I'm saying 10.
Your silence was
as you should. You know what? 9.9, because Fat Lady might bring it down a little bit. But they made flowers, so we'll bring it back up to a 10.
Who else?
Not a soul, dude. Not a soul. I think it permanently redefines McConaughey. We get Woody Harrelson, as you had mentioned, is reaffirmed as, damn, this dude is a pretty fucking good actor, and he can play a damn good role. I think that the writer set an impossible bar to reach. So, like, one thing that I found in the research for this is the only show. This never happens in television. There's one writer, one director, like, that's it. There's, in every other show, fucking dozens of them for this shit. What this series should be, that none of them have been able to be, is a mimic of this. And in order to do that, you need to have that vision of one-on-one. Get one director, one writer, write the shit, get great actors. You don't need 7 of them. You need 2. That's it. And every other one that has tried this has failed to live up to that because they're just doing too much, or there's too much unbelievable shit in it. This thing got Emmy attention like crazy. It got critically acclaimed, as it should have. This is a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, finally they're honest.
I mean, first time that we've reviewed something of that caliber. Maybe Dark Knight was up there too, but like, for everything, Rotten Tomatoes is like pretty honest. Yeah, I would say. Yes. I mean, if I could give this higher than a 10, I would. It's just the scale goes up to 10. That's true.
So maybe Dark Knight. I don't think you do a Batman series. Well,
If it's Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, you could.
You could have.
okay, I take that back. Then it's not Dark Knight because it's different.
It's different. But this sets the benchmark for television. This is what an 8-episode series should look like. You have peaks and valleys, but the valleys you still want to see. You want to be a part of, because you know there's something good on the other end of this that we can get through, but you're in it together. There's not too much noise going on. Giving yourself 2 characters, 2 POVs, like you mentioned earlier, Colin. I mean, there's nothing better. Nothing better. All this other shit with, 17 storylines, it's too much. The best version of a sequel for this, in my opinion, would be, I don't mind what they've tried to do in terms of pick a different location, get 2 more actors, do an 8-episode series on this, on a case. Fine. But if you were to stick with these guys, what's your best version?
Of a sequel?
Yeah.
I already said it earlier. I'll say it again.
I don't know if we were filming when I said.
Yeah, okay, you're right. So, this is how it all ends, okay? Marty goes back to the bar. He works the bar with that guy. He just wants to be left alone. I'm sorry, not Marty, Russ. And then Marty, he goes back to living on his own. He's going to events and stuff for the kids. They just touch on that real quick. This is just episode 1. And then Marty gets a call from Maggie, and it's like, hey, something weird happened at the house, or like maybe there's somewhere something happens where a devil net shows up. Maybe it's in the garage, maybe it's in the back of the daughter's car. It's somewhere that freaks out Marty, and he calls Russ, and Russ is like, I'm not, what? And then they get back into it.
I dig it.
Also, you could involve his daughter, Audrey,
Mm-hmm.
because Erin Moriarty she's a way higher profile actress now.
She is.
So you could get her involved,
Yep.
give her a bigger role. Maybe she's getting.
Ditch. Maggie hasn't aged a day. She's on whatever medicine Tom Cruise is on.
Maybe
Seriously.
do we get them back together?
No,
No, because you.
but you leave them apart, but you bring in one little detail. Her husband is a hateable guy. That's like, he's kind of like this, like,
Elliot.
hey guys, how are you? And you're
Yeah.
like, oh my, this month.
You know who it is? It's Sean Astin. Oh my God.
Who was the guy in Taken? The dad, was it Elliot? Was his name Elliot?
Oh my God. No, it was oh my freaking God. Stewart.
Stewart. We get a
Looking up Sean Astin. Okay. Yeah, Sean Astin. There you go. That's perfect.
Rudy.
So,
Samwise Gamgee.
so
Yes.
then from there, they know something's going on, and it doesn't even have to be a devil net. It could be something totally new that wakes them up, but it's something that's really scary and hits home for them. And maybe it's, did they lock up anybody, or did they kill everybody?
Honestly, these guys are about justice. Sometimes justice is more than what our corrupt system will allow. So, just
Or
saying. Or is season 2 start the next day?
Season 2, he's wheeling around. He's got to stay in the car.
He's just a guy that wheels around.
He like pulls people in, like, I'll beat you.
And he's wheeling around. Behind fat ass. Great. That's good stuff, boys. That's good stuff. Well, I appreciate y'all being here with me on this one. On an all-girl. All right, friends. That's it for part 4. And that's our complete Clocker's breakdown of True Detective Season 1. This is one of those seasons that didn't just succeed, it changed the rules. 8 episodes, 1 vision, 2 performances that still set the bar. And if you're discovering Clockers for the first time, this is exactly what this show is about. The seasons that last and the reasons they do. Also, quick reminder before we wrap, we just dropped our training day episode on the Nightshift podcast. You can find that on YouTube. You can find that on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That one breaks down Denzel and Ethan Hawke in one of the most iconic performances of the 2000s. And later this week on our Stories podcast, we've got a Tom Clancy episode diving into his legacy, his impact, and how his work has reshaped modern thrillers. He very well could be one of the greatest modern authors in Maryland history. So go check those out whenever you get a chance. This has been Clockers, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.